Dear children, from my third video, I am going to explain you the formation of covalent compounds and covalent bonds. It is very important. According to our A-level syllabus, you have to do the organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. Organic compounds are consisting mainly carbon and hydrogen with other oxygen and nitrogen and etc. Right? Most of the covalent compounds are consisting covalent bonds and they are covalent compounds. So, this lesson may be for you the foundation of the organic compounds for the study of organic chemistry, right? Then consider do we remember the atom, wonderful atom, which does not form positive ions. I was explaining you by my second video, does not form ionic bonds or covalent ionic bonds by the formation of positive ions or negative ions. Do you remember the first element in the second period? Carbon. See here, carbon has the atomic number 6 with the configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So, carbon has the outermost energy level, second energy level, altogether 4 electrons. To be 8 or to be completed the outermost energy level, it should be giving out 4 electrons. It can be taken 1s2 configuration as helium with the removal of 4 electrons. If it's so, it should be formed C4 plus ion. Now never forms carbon C4 plus ion. Then in other hand, if it gains another 4 electrons, taking the 2s2, 2p6 configuration as neon, it can be taken the stable configuration. If it's so, carbon should be gained 4 electrons forming 4 minus ion. So, see, carbon never forms negative ions with the 4 minus charge. Right? Then, you must keep in your mind, carbon does not form positive ions and negative ions as the other elements. Right? Do you remember the formation of ionic compounds, positive ions and negative ions? Right? Then, carbon has 4 electrons. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, 4 electrons at the outermost orbital. If these are the 4 electrons, I think you know that for the representation, we represent an electron by the dot or cross. Dot or cross. if the element A has the electrons of the element A, if we represent by dot, if the element B should be represented by cross, if they are going to form a compound, right? Otherwise, we are unable to find out what are the electrons and their uh, behaviors, right? Then I represent you by 4 dots of the 2s2 2p 2 4 electrons. Then what is the method he is going to do? Sharing electrons. Sharing electrons. So it shares one electron, then another element should be share one electron for this electron. Right? Similarly, other elements can share electrons with carbon to form shared electron pairs. Right? If we think about hydrogen, I told you my second video, hydrogen can form H plus ions as well as H minus ions. With the removal of electron H plus, with the gaining of an electron H minus, then it has an electron, one electron, so it has an idea to share the electron with any element which gives an electron. So this is the place. Then hydrogen comes here. If I represent by cross the electron of hydrogen, then hydrogen gives one electron of hydrogen. Carbon also gives one electron. The shared electron pair. Shared electron pair. Shared electron pair. That electron pair belongs to both. Belongs to both. As share market. Share market. Carbon has 4 shares. Carbon is going to form 4 shares. Then hydrogen can form 1 share. Another hydrogen can form another share. Similarly, 4 hydrogen atoms can form 4 shares with hydrogen atom, carbon atom. These are the shared electron pairs. All the shares belongs to carbon, as well as each share belongs to hydrogen. This share belongs to this hydrogen. This share belongs to this hydrogen. Similarly, if we consider one shared pair, that pair belongs to both. This pair belongs to both. Right? It is very easy method because for the formation of it needs more energy. To remove the electrons, ionization energy. To gain the electrons, electron affinity. You will study it later. So now in this case, very little amount of energy is enough to form the electron shares. Right? So carbon has the ability to form large number of shares with other elements. This share is named as a covalent bond. Covalent bond Because by this electron pair, a bond is formed between the carbon and hydrogen. Thus, four bonds are formed between carbon and hydrogen. These are covalent bonds. We represent this bond by a short line. So, I can draw four lines instead of these electron pairs, shared electron pairs. So this is the molecule is formed after the combination of carbon atom with 4 atoms. Right? This is explained as the structure. If we draw the dot and cross as before, it is explained as the dot and cross diagram. Then you must know to draw the dot and cross diagram as well as structure. Dot and cross share becomes a covalent bond. Now, can be given the formula of this compound very easily. So this is the compound. It consists of carbon atom, 4 atoms, so H4. This is methane. So it is clear that the formation of methane molecule is easier than the formation of an ionic compound. Right? Okay. I think you can understand well how the formation of a covalent bond and covalent compound. So now there is a question. Are there covalent compounds are formed only between carbon and hydrogen only? No. See here, carbon can form covalent bonds with other elements also. Then consider if carbon goes to combine with oxygen, carbon with oxygen. Carbon has 4 electrons at the outermost orbital to be completed to form 4 shares. One oxygen has 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then oxygen needs 2 electrons because it has 6 electrons. It needs 2 electrons to be completed 8. If it's so, one covalent bond has 2 electrons. So, then it is clear that I think oxygen should be formed for 2 bonds with 2 shares with carbon. Because for the formation of 2 electron pairs, oxygen should be given 2 electrons, carbon also given 2 electrons. Then if we consider these 2 electrons, oxygen also given this electron. Now this electron comes here. If the other electron of carbon, oxygen gives this electron for the share. Then carbon forms two shares. Carbon forms two shares with oxygen. Then oxygen outermost energy level becomes 8. Oxygen was having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After the formation of two covalent bonds, two shares with carbon, now these two shares belongs to carbon as well as oxygen. Then similarly in other side, another oxygen atom comes here. It also gives 2 electrons. Then it has 2 electrons at the outermost energy level. Now carbon forms with other oxygen atom 2 shares. So it is clear that this carbon forms 2 bonds, 2 covalent bonds with this oxygen. Other 2 covalent bonds with other oxygen. Then this oxygen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because one line shows 1 electron pair. 1 electron from carbon, other electron from oxygen. This line also 1 electron of oxygen, other electron of carbon. Altogether now oxygen has 8 electrons. This side also same. Then we must show the other electron pairs like this. Then oxygen has bonded 2 pairs, unbonded electron pairs also. This oxygen also having unbonded electron pairs and bonded electron pairs. But carbon has only bonded electron pairs, no unbonded electron pairs. This is the molecule is possible to form between carbon and oxygen. So what is the formula? Carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide. So it is clear that carbon can form with other elements also covalent compounds by sharing electrons. By sharing electrons. Okay. Then I go to carbon with hydrogen. So it is clear that one carbon needs 4 oxygen atoms to form 4 covalent bonds and a compound. It is the simplest compound can be formed by the combination of carbon and hydrogen with the covalent bonds. It is the methane. Then, if we think about 2 carbon atoms, right? See here, there are 2 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. I represent by the process of this carbon atom, the electrons cross 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if 2 carbon atoms are going to form a compound, they first combine together forming a share or covalent bond. After that, the other electrons can form with hydrogen 3 covalent bonds. This carbon also can form 3 covalent bonds. like this. So it is easy, very easy to form two carbon atoms with hydrogen. First of all, the two carbon atoms get bonded with the covalent bond, right? Then, if we represent by line or lines, these are the lines of covalent bonds. So, this is the structure of the molecule forms by two carbon atoms with hydrogen. So, formula becomes 1,2C2H6. The name is ethane. So, now I think you can understand that similarly, the large number of compounds can be formed by the combination of carbon and hydrogen with the covalent bonds. They are named as hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. There are a large number of hydrocarbons as the series also, right? Under the organic chemistry, we are going to study more compounds which are having covalent bonds, so they are covalent compounds, right? Then I think you are clear that how the formation of covalent bonds and what are the covalent compounds, right? The main element for the formation of covalent bond is carbon, right? Because it has 4 electrons at the outermost orbital, right? Then I do more about the covalent compounds, how they become uh, that type of compounds to form the strength and energy, how they obtain, and I will do more about the organic compounds by my next video. Okay, thank you very much. I see you by my next video. Thank you.